Most players remember Watch Dogs 1 for Aiden Pearce's story of revenge, hacking, and moral conflict. But few stop to think about one of the game's most overlooked mysteries. What really happened to Nikki Pearce after Aiden's story ends? She's not just Aiden's sister. She's the emotional center of his world, the reason he becomes the vigilante. But when you look closely, her role in the story reveals a deeper truth about the cost of Aiden's obsession and the trauma left in the wake of his actions. At the start of the game, Nikki is a single mother trying to hold her family together after the death of her niece, Lena Pearce. That loss is the core of the story. Aiden's guilt drives everything he does. But for Nikki, it's not revenge that consumes her. It's survival. Throughout the game, you hear her struggling to understand why her brother can't let go of the past. She tells him to stop, to move on, but Aiden can't. In a world where technology exposes every secret, Nikki becomes one of the few characters who still tries to protect her family through privacy and distance. The very things Aiden has lost. Her kidnapping by Damian Branks is often remembered as a simple plot device, a way to motivate Aiden. But it's actually one of the most revealing parts of the game. Nikki's fear, her helplessness, and the way she reacts to Aiden's rescue show just how far gone he is. She doesn't see a savior. She sees a man who's becoming as dangerous as the criminals he hunts. The moment she tells him to stay away from her and Jackson isn't just emotional, it's symbolic. Aiden's crusade for justice has destroyed the only family he had left. Nikki is the proof that his version of justice only breeds more pain. After Aiden disappears at the end of the game, most fans assume Nikki and Jackson simply rebuild their lives. But Watch Dogs 2 gives us a small clue that their story didn't end happily. Aiden is said to still be active as a vigilante, and Jackson appears later as a hacker in Watch Dogs. Legion, living under an alias and carrying emotional scars from his childhood. That means Nikki's fears came true. Aiden's world pulled her son into the same cycle of secrecy and violence that she tried to escape. When you look at the story through Nikki's eyes, Watch Dogs 1 changes completely. It's not just a story about a man avenging his niece. It's about a family caught between tragedy and technology, where one brother's obsession with control ends up destroying everything he wanted to protect. Aiden thinks he's fighting corruption, but in the process he becomes another part of the system that tore his family apart. Nikki Pearce might not carry a gun or hack into networks, but she's one of the game's most human characters. She's the moral compass that Aiden loses, the voice of reason drowned out by revenge. Her story doesn't end with a bang. It ends with silence, distance, and the quiet pain of someone forced to move on from a brother who couldn't. And in a world built on surveillance, that silence might be the only true form of freedom left.